Welcome to Red V TV, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2019 season, following Saints' 27-22 victory over the Leeds Rhinos in round 3. Plenty to talk about.
Great game.
How are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Should be on Gladiator.
That's one for your season ticket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another one worth the money. Opening 90 seconds, Kevin Nagama goes down injured. Has a massive effect on that first half in that game.
Yeah, and I think I said it like during the game. Louis was defending a little bit narrow. He wasn't defending in the centre position. I think that only really came evident when Hurrell got on the ball. It reminds me of Vainikolo. He's so powerful, so destructive, and obviously you're missing your first choice centre out there. It's always going to be an issue.
And it might have been we won't know until we see it later in the season, but it might have been a different first half if Nagama had stayed on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. It's ifs and buts, isn't it?
It upsets the game plan. It leaves you a man light. And we struggled in the first half, but we got off to a really good start. 10-0 up.
Yeah. Hello. You say that we struggled in the first half. I thought we started quite well. I thought the first quarter of the game we played quite well, and we got into a 10-0 lead.
At 10-0 up, I said to you, tell you what, I backed us by 22. We should have put us in the bet, and you went, and then I turned around and Percival's popping the ball out from the kickoff.
Yeah, it almost seems like there's a mistake sometimes in a rugby match that just gives the other team a little bit of an edge, and that was probably it. It got them the position on the pitch to attack our line, and he got. I think they had 2 chances and took 2 chances, and you can't say further than that. If you get into the other team's 20 and you take your chances, good on you. And
do you know what? They took full advantage first half. It seemed any time they're within 10 metres of our line, just find Hurrell with the ball and he'll make something happen out there.
I don't think it's just Hurrell. I think they're very good at offloading the ball. They quick play the balls. They don't, when they get tackled, they always seem to have a free arm to come out and pass the ball. I think Leeds will be absolutely fine this year. They'll turn over a lot of teams this year.
That said, defensively first half, it was a bit of a horror show, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we were slow.
Yeah, we seemed to be all over the place. We didn't quite seem to have our structure right.
Always seemed short of numbers.
Yeah, they seemed to always have the overlap, didn't they? And I think, again, they were just quick through the hands. I don't want to take much away from Leeds. Yeah, we were struggling, but they were still quick through the hands as well.
Couple of strange decisions in the first half. I think there was one where we scored. We thought we'd scored. Yeah. And when we were trying to put the man in goal and force the drop out, and the ball popped out, we put the ball down, and it decided that we stole the ball. But why would we be trying to steal it at that point? Yeah. For me, it's a loose carry.
I think sometimes referees are very much letter of the law, and they don't referee a game
situationally.
Kind of how it's. Yeah, exactly.
His hands touched the ball and it's come out. Yeah, he must have stolen it, but that's not always the case.
Yeah, exactly.
There was the Helens one. The Leeds try in the first half where we were right behind it, high up position. Hicks was in front of us, and you could not see that ball was grounded from that angle. And he's give it straight away on the field, and he guessed incorrectly.
Well, that's it.
Why not go to the? Why not just go to the video?
He could have done. But this is where we're trying to get away from referees going to the video. If he's seen it down, if he believes he's seen it down,
but he hasn't.
Let him get on with it. Well, he obviously has, or else he doesn't give it. So that's your opinion.
He thinks he's seen it down, but he hasn't.
If he believes he's seen it down, and I'm not backing Robert Hicks here. If he believes he's seen it down, he's just going to give it.
But he was wrong. There you go.
Well, there we go.
So 22-10.
I can see the comments underneath when people say going, no, you were no.
22-10 down at half time. The comments that came in were less than complimentary. But I turned around to you at the half.
Put a fork in us, we're done.
Somebody's put a fork in us, we're done. To Leon Price, and Leon Price said, I don't think so.
Never write off the Saints.
Never write off the Saints. I turned around to you at half time and said, I think we'll still win this.
Yeah.
But then again, I did say before the game that we'd win by more than 10, so got to be 50-50. But I was still
You should read my stats. You should read my stats of a Friday.
All settled within less than 8. But yeah, I was still confident at half time that if we sorted things out, we'd get the job done. And I said Justin Holbrook had a massive half-time team talk to me do. And from going from an essentially a defensive horror show in the first half to a masterclass in the second half. We shut Helens down completely second half, and we seemed to get everything right.
He still had a couple of good runs, but yeah, you're right. We just seem to get tighter. Our front row. I'd love people to argue this or discuss this point. Is our front row the best in the league? I believe so. You've got Walmsley, you've got Roby, and you've got Thompson, who in the pomp when they're up and firing, there's not a front row in this league who can compete with that.
That said, Alex Walmsley got us firing straight away in the second half. Some of them runs, I think he'd been watching Helens. Absolutely barreled them.
Yeah.
I think there was one ball he took which wasn't meant for him, and then he took 4 men over the line.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. It's a worry because of his injury that you thought, would he come back at the same player?
He's come back better.
He's showing that he probably, in a roundabout way, did that little bit of time off do the rest of his body some good? Any little injuries, any little niggles that he'd have played on with last season, everything's kind of settled down, and he can have a full pre-season and he gets back into it, and he was immense today, absolutely outstanding.
Followed up by Luke Thompson with his try.
Yeah.
Lomax had one disallowed. Was it obstruction? Again, we were talking letter of the law.
Yeah.
But for me, the man comes off him and he's got.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think that's one where, again, the video refs go in, probably letter of the law. I'd like to see it again. I don't know if the man actually gets to Lomax. If he gets to Lomax, he's got the chance to tackle him. So I was surprised to see that one ruled out.
That said, by the way, to go back to the first half, Leeds did score a try that was choked off the forward. And that was Helens, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
got away with one,
yeah.
so maybe Hicks is just getting them wrong tonight. But we'll take it, because there were some decisions there that I thought went our way.
Yeah.
Got the bounce occasionally, but yeah, second half, shut them down. Goal kicking, massive issue still. We're struggling, aren't we?
Yeah.
I know Lachlan Coote took over at the end and kicked one, but it was bang in front.
Well, but he missed one that was pretty much bang in
front. And I know
well.
it's given some fans an argument for Danny Richardson coming back in, but for me, I want Danny Richardson to get back in this side as a scrum half.
Yeah.
I don't want him to get back in this side just for being a goal kicker. If that's the case, Jamie Foster's just qualified as a barbell on Blackbutt Road if you want to go and get a haircut. But you could get him back in the side for his goal kicking, because he's probably the best, probably in Super League if he brought him back.
Yeah.
But you want your players to be in the team, and I don't think Theo Farge did a lot wrong tonight. And I thought Lachlan Coote's
left foot kicking
game was actually all right.
Yeah, I think Farge is obviously. Let's go back to it. Goal kicking, it is an issue, and we are missing a proper goal kicker. I'm just thinking that Farge was defending down that right hand side where Helens was running. No offence to Danny Richardson, I think that Farge is a better defender, and Farge, while trying to stop him, was still getting bulldozed. He was acting more as a speed bump. I mean, he was playing when Helens went over in the corner over here, and Farge was the man on him. Farge was covering at full back there. You want Richardson in to dictate play, and we're still winning games.
Yeah.
So there's not really a reason to change it. We've won the game without a proper recognised goal kicker. It is a worry, but as you say, we could go and get Jamie Foster to stand on the wing.
And do you know what?
If you're going to just bring someone in,
are we playing devil's advocate a little bit? Because I know we put on about, well, why would you bring him back in? If it was a choice between a top form Theo Farge or a top form Danny Richardson, I would go with Richardson.
Yeah.
But I can see why he's not on the team at this moment.
Yeah, he's that's it. And you know what? Him going to Lee is great for his development at the minute, because he's going to be getting game time. He's going to be getting game time against lads who may not be, well, they may be full time, but they're not going to be on a lot. They may be on a win bonus. They want to run over the top of the likes of Danny Richardson, Luke Douglas, Jack Ashworth.
So it's a chance to learn the craft.
Exactly, and not only that, he's not had rugby, so get him out there, get him 2, 3, 4 games over there, and then turn around and go, right, I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to mix it up.
That said, of the lads on loan at Lee, Luke Douglas has been going really well there.
Yep.
Jack Ashworth apparently going well. Aaron Smith also going well. Are there certain players in the side who are not doing it at the moment? And I'll go with one. I'll take Kyle Amor. I don't know. Am I being a little unfair? Is it because he's been overshadowed by Walmsley and Thompson, or is he just not doing enough at the moment? And in fairness, does the like of Luke Douglas, who was at Lee and has got man of the match the other week, does he deserve his chance to come back in and just rotate? And to be fair, even just add a little bit of a rotation in and see how players go.
I'd like to see the rotation, because last year we spoke about how there wasn't much. He stuck with pretty much the same 17 where he could. So I'd like to see a little bit of rotation. I want to see a bit of rotation in the second row as well.
I just want to keep players hungry.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, keep them fresh. The likes of Kyler Moore, the likes of, we'll go with Zeb Tyre as well, Louis, they're all over 30. You've got young lads like Batchelor and Bentley who need to learn and need game time.
And you've got Salford and London coming up.
Perfect
chance to get
for dropping one of them in.
I'm not saying drop him anymore. I'm saying rotate him a little bit, keep him fresh, keep them hungry, and let Luke Douglas come back in and see what he can do, because he's not turned into a bad player overnight.
No.
We've just got squad depth, so you may as well use it.
That's it.
Although I did hear the Get Douglas Back song at the back of the West Ham, which I never thought I'd actually hear at Saints.
But is Kyler Moore being sent on with an actual game plan of just get a quick play of the ball?
Yeah.
Is that? We don't know that. We can only speculate.
And is he just overshadowed by two world-class props?
Possibly so.
But yeah, entertained.
Absolutely.
Happy with the win.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thought it was a great game. I think that's one of them that's a great advert for rugby league. I do want to see us playing well, but I think I always said when we were going back a couple of seasons, I want to see competitive games. Well,
and up until the last 2 minutes of that game, it was in the balance tonight, and that's what we want to see.
Absolutely, and that's what you want all down the league. I've said it before. It doesn't matter how many are in the playoffs, whether it was the 5 or the 8. If Saints aren't good enough because it's been a competitive league and we finished 9th, you've just got to take your medicine. Yeah. But that's what you want to see. You want to see a competitive game. Like last night, Wakefield versus Catalan, I was calling it a contractual obligation match because it was flat. Yeah. You got a bit of a masterclass from Danny Brough kicking, and the Sam Tompkins knee show pushing the ref and all this and arguing with him. You know what? That's entertainment tonight.
And I think that'll stand us in massively good stead for the rest of the season. We needed that sort of test, and we needed to have a contest where we have to overcome.
Well, I think we've had 2. I think we've had Wakefield, that we scored in the last minute, and we've had that one which was in the balance. Yeah, it's all good big game experience. Right,
don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and give us your thoughts on the game tonight in the comments below on the Twitter and Facebook. Tell us if we're talking rubbish. We do appreciate it. We will catch you next week for another preview show. Don't forget to watch the Saints Sleep Out video that we've also posted as well. And if you like watching us, chuck us a quid, because Kev's going to sleep on some cardboard in a couple of weeks.
And a foil blanket, possibly.
I might live stream him snoring.
Standard, I'll go sleeping there. I'll be gone.
Hope it's a bit warm.
About 10 o'clock, I'll be gone.
Yeah, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next week on Red VTV. Ta-ra.